What's up, guys? Mr. Honor Seeker, how are we? Abandoned most of it. This is all that I can have? I can't have another one? I don't get it. Can I? Oh, I can't add another one. I can only have 6 planners. What's up, Aaron? What's up, PVT? Hex, what happened with my car? Got my car back. So that you know what that means, boys? Tomorrow, do I have the bag in here? I don't. Tomorrow we go to the gym. Tomorrow we become Gym Bob. Already have the membership purchased. Bought a brand new gym bag. Tomorrow I'm going to lift. Tomorrow I'm going to swim. Gonna play basketball. I'm gonna go to the sauna. I'm gonna go to the hot tub. Gonna go on the rowing machine and the stair stepper. GGG released a video, did they? On POE? Tomorrow we blast. All right, let's check it out here. Oh yeah, I see it. Okay, guys, new Path of Exile video. Let's mute the music here. I'll turn up the volume here.
Hi, I'm Mark Roberts,
Is the
Game
volume
Director
fine?
on Path of Exile.
Volume
For the past
fine?
several patches, we've been aiming to improve quality of life when playing PoE, and the Mirage League will be no different.
It's too loud. Yes, good, da 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 da. Yes, okay, most people are saying it's fine. Okay, we'll keep it like this.
Since adding the currency exchange, we've been closely monitoring feedback and looking for improvements that can be made to the system. In Path of Exile Mirage, you can now favorite trades on the currency exchange. This consists of selecting 2 currencies that you want to be able to trade between with a single click, and setting them as a favorite trade. Favorite trades will appear by default on opening the currency exchange,
That's
and will
incredible.
still auto-suggest a ratio based on recent trade data. A further improvement to the currency exchange is the ability to open and interact with your stash while you have the exchange window open.
Damn.
Since 3.24, we've been looking to add new ways to improve the campaign experience, and 3.28 is no different. This patch, we've added over 20 landmark rooms throughout the campaign, scattered across all 10 acts. Some of these reward some pretty useful stuff, so keep an eye out for the new and unexpected rooms, side passages, chests, and encounters as you progress throughout Rayclast.
That'll be fun.
We want most of these to be a surprise, but we'll show you just one. There is now a small central island in the Karui Fortress, all inhabitants of which will drop a basic tattoo when slain. Now, when trading in a full set of divination cards, it will automatically be handed in to become the resultant item. If you then turn in another set immediately, the reward from the previous set will be transferred to your inventory directly, assuming there's enough free space to do so.
Wow, thank God.
Labyrinth font crafts that previously gave a random transfigured gem now allow you to choose which transfigured gem of that type you'd like to receive.
Nice.
The asynchronous trade item.
So that actually means a lot because a lot of people go into, what do they call, lab hell at the end of a campaign to get their transfigure gem, like with Volcanic Fissure of snacking. That gives me a bit of a boner. Aaron, is there something you'd like to share with the class?
Item sale history is now hoverable, with full item descriptions of the sold item. When using Divine Orbs, you can now tell exactly which modifiers can be randomized. The ritual icon will now glow if you've got significant unspent tribute in an area and all rituals are complete. And a pop-up will appear after the final ritual completion. Also on the topic of ritual, you can now quick use vessels on completed rituals. Have you ever tried to click a divine shrine, surrounded by enemies, and find it extremely difficult to click? Well, shrines now take priority over monsters when clicking in an area they overlap. To find out more changes coming in Path of Exile Mirage, tune into the livestream on February 26th. Thanks, and see you then.
That's awesome. The $1 million question that I always have for all of these quality of life things is, when is the day that they are going to allow us to buy gems from the library without manually bringing the currency with us? That's the question that I always have. When are they going to stop having us actually... Can I kill this guy already? The technology is not there yet. You don't see grinding cure games changing that one? What? Why? Why in the world would every vendor in the game pull from your stash but not Ciosa? It doesn't even make any sense. Like, what's the idea? Why wouldn't they change that? It doesn't make any sense. Am I crazy? Doesn't even make... Oh, poleaxe? Is this wide swing or what? Botche is here. What's up, buddy? 63 months. This guy's a god. What's up, Botche? Doom, thanks for the prime. Peg leg, thank you for the prime. What's up, guys? Because it's outside of a camp or a hideout? Yeah, but I mean, I mean, that's a true statement, but vendors outside of a camp or hideout require you to manually bring your, I don't know. Yeah, just put Ciosa in town, or I don't know, anything. I want my blood and sand.
In this moment, you and I will create the most beautiful of nightmares together. Creation.
Am I going to make a league starter build or something more expensive? Mine's going to be a league starter. So mine would be a great one to start as. I mean, I'm 100% sure I already beat this. Can I go in?
Now, let us see if you truly understand what it means to be a nightmare.
Did I phase him in one hit?
Nightmare gave me so much. Accept the gift of me.
Absolutely murdered.
Yes. I'm watching you.
I don't know. I think the POE1 announcement could be fairly large. I mean, they've had quite a bit of time. Oh wow, 82 life on these boots. 82 life, and my current boots have 0.
What is it?
I think these are also better than mine. This is definitely better than mine, but they're not a 4-link, so no 4-link, I'm out.
What do you need now?
Do I think that you're coping, thinking that the new Path of Exile League is going to be huge? It could be really sick, man. I hope it is. Can you explain how do you scale defenses early on in maps? When you don't have a physical as element conversion, your max hit is 5k, which gets you clapped by a pack of archers with ease. So the way that I build defense here, first of all, we have a lot of life. So life, this is leech, life. Another way that we build defenses is we're pretty much guaranteed to be capped on our resistances with this and the bandit. Another way that we build defense is with fortification. And another way that we build defense is just with overwhelming damage. We're just going to be in early maps, we're going to be one-shotting everything with a decent weapon with this setup. We're also immune to corrupted blood, which is a big killer. Yeah, this particular build is just to beat the campaign very, very, very easily. My question is, guys, is how many points do you usually put in for a campaign clear? So you get 23 from points, and then what level do you usually finish at? You finish at like 60 or 65? So should I be spending more than 80 points? So I'm thinking at this point, not sure if I'm missing anything critical. I'm thinking at this point we go over here and grab this. Maybe something like that. Love the DM hoodie. Hell yeah, man. Wrecking Ball. Yeah, I've seen Wrecking Ball. Wrecking Ball is this, right? Yeah, so brutality is good, but I think what I'm going to do actually, I do you guys think ruthless is, so I know we go sunder, melee fizz, fists of war, but the question is what's the best fourth slot? We could go ruthless, we could go pulverize, we could go over exert. I'm honestly wondering if over exert close combat is a choice. You think it's either pulverize, overexert. The thing is we're a berserker. So we're a berserker. So our second lab is going to be this. We also have this, and we also have this. So I have a feeling that maybe for a berserker, overexert might be the best one. So let's just read them. So here it's ruthless is every third attack does 98% more damage. So it's essentially 32% more damage, right? Ruthless is effectively 32% more damage. That's pretty good. Let's check pulverize. Pulverize is bigger area of effect. Less attack speed, more melee damage. Overexert. Oh man, I think we go overexert here, man. I mean, I just think we go overexert. Well, if we get rid, well, if we, are we getting rid of melee fizz? I mean, melee fizz is pretty good. I don't really like the idea of dropping my attack speed. So what if we go Sunder, Melee Fizz, Fist of War, Overexert? Let me see, is Pulverize better than Melee Fizz? Does the area of effect seem to actually matter for Sunder? Does area of effect affect how far it reaches? We just saw it. Balna, it looks great. Did I mention how new players are supposed to obtain the hideout? So, you just get your hideout in Act 2 early on. You just get it. Where I first bring you to your hideout is not when you get it, not in Act 2, is in Act 3. Here. Only the wave's width is modified. Having a bigger radius is a good thing, or so I'm told. Well, we'd lose 5% more attack speed, but we'd gain the AoE. Maybe the AoE is good for new players, so you can't miss. Okay, let's go like this. Let's go pulverize. Let's go here. I think that'll be better for new players. So let's see here. When do we get...
It would be wrong to do that.
What do you need now?
Can we be of help?
I've got way too many windows open. I gotta close a bunch of stuff. I'm getting so confused. There we go. Now I'm not confused anymore. I spell it Vanya, Petaris, and Vanja.
Be careful.
So let's see here.
Go with courage.
Hey Zevi, everything's going very well. I'm pretty much done actually. So wait a minute. I don't have pulverize. I don't have pulverize unless I do the library. I just saw the new video. It looks great. I love all those little quality of life things they throw into the game. I fixed the car. It cost me $2,800. $2,800. I got my car back. It works. And so what that means is starting tomorrow, I begins my lifting journey again. I already bought the gym, 1-year gym membership. I already bought a brand new gym bag. I have everything. Tomorrow tonight I'm going to get a good night's sleep. I'm going to wake up. I'm going to eat I have a box of protein oatmeal. I have bananas. I have low-fat peanut butter. I have protein powder. I'm not fucking around anymore. Tomorrow I start. So I have a feeling I'm going to start my stream tomorrow after I get back from the gym. I'm gonna be probably dead. It's gonna be great. The Act 3 quest line gives you pulverize, right? But is it the library quest line? I'm not trying to even bulk up. I'm gonna consume high amounts of protein, but I do not want to get bulky. That's not a I actively don't want that. I just want to be very fit. I'm going to the thing about it is once I get into a rhythm with it, I love going to the gym. It's not a chore for me. I love it. So yeah, I just checked her. She doesn't have it. So we can't do pulverize. Yeah, I have a feeling if I work out regularly, it's gonna help my sleeping schedule a lot. Yesterday, I went to sleep at 7 a.m. 7 a.m. That's some degenerate stuff right there. So I'm pretty sure pulverize. That's a typical day for you. It's got to be library. So I'm not going to force people to go to the library. So we're just going to do melee fizz instead of pulverize. Zevi, are you and Aaron gonna get married? I ask Aaron that every day. Or is I know Aaron's married, but is Zevi also married? Are they both married? I mean, maybe we could do a little switcheroo like Shania Twain. Shania Twain and her best friend swap spouses. Zevi is single as fuck, lol. What makes you say that? You're both divorced? Wait, you got divorced, Aaron? Yo, Texasy, what the fuck? Oh, I thought you were married, Aaron. You're both divorced? Well, there you go. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. There's a freaking cord stuck on my chair. Okay, so I think POE had to come first. Ugh. Bottom. All right, so I honestly think my guide is done. My leveling guide anyway. This should be absolutely beautiful. It should be beautiful. You should never be challenged. Except for at the very beginning of Act 1. The very beginning of Act 1 is going to be a disaster. Let's put a note here about the weapon. it's so weird that shield charge is the best option at the start of Act 1. It's not good on the bosses, but it's amazing on the trash. I think you're supposed to take shield crush, but if I give them 2 skills that they have to sort out at the beginning of the game, it's going to be a disaster. You can easily just beat it with shield charge. Okay, so here's what we're going to do, guys. I've already done this twice, but I'm going to do it again because this is... I take this very, very seriously. I'm going to do a brand new playthrough, and I'm going to follow my guide religiously. I'm not going to use any of my own knowledge of the game. I'm only going to... If it doesn't tell me to do it, then I'm going to... Well, I'm going to have to fix my guide. We're going to go again. I'm making the claim that my guide is 99% done. The guide is good for hardcore. I'm going to play it in hardcore SSF alongside you, and I'm going to do exactly what the guide says. I'm not going to give you a guide and then do something else. I'm also going to do what the guide says. Have I seen the tour yet? One time I actually did a tour of my basement. I'm going to be honest with you. Like, I don't mean to brag or anything, but if you guys saw my basement, you would probably be unimaginably jealous. My basement is actually crazy. My basement is top tier, actually. It's actually kind of... I put more effort into my basement than anything. You would be jealous. I have a pretty sick basement. You would be shocked. Do I own a cinema room? Well... yes. That's not all that I have. I'm telling you, I really tried on my basement. So my basement has, it has a 100-inch screen and a surround sound system. It has maybe the most comfortable, like, gigantic couch of all time. I have a movie theater popcorn maker in my basement, but the carpet on my basement, I actually have Tempur-Pedic foam under the carpet, and the carpet itself is this like super high microfiber count carpet. So I even have a Tempur-Pedic pad under the carpet, and then the carpet itself is like, it was expensive. I shouldn't have bought it, but like, you can literally just lay down on my basement floor and just roll around, and it's so comfortable. Oh, it's great, man. I love it. I love my basement. I end stream and I just go hang out in my basement all day long. Yeah, my basement absolutely rules. My basement rules. I love it. I actually have shown it before. I mean, I don't have a good way to show you. I'll take a video of it, maybe post it on my Discord later if you want to see it. Rumor has it we do 50 Shades of Grey stuff in the basement. Yeah, you never know. Stream it from your phone. Cajun, what's up, buddy? No, my basement rules. It just rules. Okay, so let's look at the guide. What did the guide say for me to do? It said, take Ground Slam as the reward, equip it, put it on your bars, left click the icon, and hit always attack without moving, and enable that for nearly every skill in the whole game. Ground Slam sucks, but we're only using it for a few minutes. Link it with Ruthless support for now. Okay, I did exactly what it said. Talk to Tarkleigh, click purchase items, and paste the regex and look for good links and a good shield and movement speed boots. And I describe what a good shield is. It's high armor and evasion with some sockets in it. Okay, so the only thing I'm seeing here is movement speed boots. So I think this regex is a little bit too extreme. It didn't highlight anything. So I'm going to go back to my regex. I kept making it more and more strict, but now I think it's too strict. So let's go back here. I think it's actually too strict. Try this one. Okay, that's marginally better. Now it's giving me some options here. Here I could trade 1 scroll of wisdom for a chrome. It's an interesting proposition. Okay, so let's fix the regex. Mine that I made was way too strict, so let's change that. Oopsie, I need to click edit. So I made my regex too strict. Now it's a little bit better. What guide are we following? My own. I'm doing my own guide. Okay, well, it says buy the movement speed boots if I see it, so I see it. I'm just going to follow my instructions. It says sell everything that we aren't wearing. It says buy a chain belt if I have extra money. I wonder, can I sell a transmute shard for 2 scraps and 5 scraps become a wisdom? And now I can buy a chain belt. Okay, I did everything. Make sure I did everything that I told myself to do. Now it says clear Tidal Island and the Mudflats. All right, let's go. I did exactly what the guide told me to do. I made a little bit of an error on the regex. It was too strict. I told the people Ground Slam sucks early, but we're only using it for a few minutes, so we're just going to suffer through it. You're not dating an RM tier. You want to know what, guys? I probably shouldn't say this to you, but I'm going to say it anyway because I don't really care. If I was able to buy gold on WoW legally, I would do it instantly. I know people say you can do it on retail, but there's no way to do that on TBC as far as I know. It is illegal. But if I could buy it, I would immediately. Well, actually, I mean, I can buy it. I could probably get away with it. but I'm not going to do it. I don't want to get banned. But it's $80, 80 for 1,000 gold. And 1,000 gold is not much. $80 for 1,000. Can you believe that? That's way too much. Exactly. How many channel points to mute Texasy? He is quite the chatter, isn't he, Zevi? He sure has a lot to say all the time. Is that Grant? Did Grant come over to Twitch? Is my build gonna be bleeding? No, it's gonna be slams, but not. It's not gonna be bleed based. Here we go. We got perfect links on that plate vest. %1,000% want that. I guess just give me anything. I do not own a scroll of wisdom. Isn't that insane? I don't own one. I know I told myself to take chance to bleed, for sure. I don't own a scroll of wisdom. That's actually insane. I need to buy a... shield. But a shield costs a scroll of wisdom, which means I've got to sell these 2 transmute shards. Okay, I guess give me this. Let's read exactly what the guide says. It says, get the Quicksilver Flask, the chance to bleed, decoy totem, and shield charge. I did that. Buy momentum support, blood and sand, and frost blink. I would, but I don't have any money. So the Jim Bobs will probably have money where I don't, because I'm just running forward and not even picking stuff up, but they'll probably... I'm going to assume that every new player is going to be a lot more wealthy than I am, because I don't actually pick anything up here. So we got to get to level 5. I did very, very bad on my XP. I did unimaginably bad on my... currency. I might be dead here. Yeah, I'm... interesting. I got chains surrounded and then frozen. I don't think I've ever died, ever. I don't think I've ever died in the Submerged Passage, ever. That's my first death ever in this zone. You want to know what really set me back this run was buying those movement speed boots. Oh my god, dude, I can't even do anything. Need to hit level 5. This will get me level 5, 1000%. Okay. Now we can actually... Now we can actually play the game. Let's keep Ruthless. Let's go Chance to Bleed. Shield Charge. Decoy Totem anywhere. Shield Charge goes here. Take this off. Always attack. Always attack. It's time for us to get our revenge, boys. Okay. Now we should be good. Scroll of Wisdom. I need the look how strong Shield Charge is. Just look at this. Look at this. Just you don't even do anything. Just skate across the map. Okay, that's it. We're just gonna be skating. Back to work for me. Have a good one, buddy. Yeah, I think it's much better. Do you guys think I should advise new players to mule? Do you think that's too complicated where I tell them, guys, make a ranger, kill the first boss, put your shit, sell everything he drops, and then make your character? Do you think that's too complicated? It's definitely worth it. But I don't know if I want to confuse them is my problem. I'm worried about confusing people. Look at this. This is so easy. You just go back and forth. That's it. Okay. Oh, Portal Scroll, give me that. Transmute, we're going to pick that up 1000%. That scaled vest is a chrome, by the way. Pretty easy to play like this. Contempt is the best kind of essence. Oh, we gotta try to kill this guy. Just gonna kite him with us. We're 1000% throwing that contempt essence on a wood splitter at the end of the act for sure. Mule was a turnoff for me when I was new. I think I'll add it as an optional step. I think I'll have it as an optional step, and then in my video, I'll demonstrate it and show them how easy it is. I'm also going to be honest with them. I'll be like, guys, listen. If you're ever going to enter like the gauntlet or something, you're going to want to mule. You're going to want the super comfy start on Act 1 every time. So this is just something I would advise you to learn. It takes 2 minutes of your time. It takes 2 minutes of your time to make your Act 1 playthrough far easier. The thing is the ranger is so good at killing Hillock. Like, you almost can't really mess it up, right? If you can't kill Hillock on a ranger, we got a huge problem here. It's not high boss damage, but the boss dies. It's not high boss damage, but the boss dies. It's totally fine. Buy a holy flame totem. That's a good idea, actually. Can you drop a holy flame totem and a decoy totem at the same time? Yeah, you're right, actually. I actually forgot about Holy Flame Totem. I usually only use that if I go rolling magma, but now that I think about it, why couldn't we use it right now? Do we get Holy Flame Totem at the same moment that we get Decoy Totem? I like that idea a lot, actually. They don't give you Holy Flame Totem, do they? As a quest reward? You have to buy it, don't you? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna restart the run here. I'm making sure on my other screen, guys, or it's on this screen. I think I have everything built except for some. I need to write some words maybe about the final acts. Like, for example, I need to write, make sure before you kill Kitava that you have, was it minus 30? Around 105% to all elemental resistances, because killing him will lower them all permanently by 30. If you don't have enough, go back to your hideout and craft resistances and life on all pieces of gear. Don't waste your time. No one reads that. Well, in my video, I'm going to explicitly tell people, guys, if you're starting PoE for the first time, if you're starting PoE 1 for the first time, for the love of God, read. I'm going to tell them, for the love of God, read what I've wrote. I didn't write it for me. I wrote it for you. We saw the video on the quality of life. It looked good. Oh no, are we having another POE1 versus POE2 fight again? Oh man, dude. A tale as old as time. Where's my popcorn? Okay, be right back 1 second. We're going to restart. I'm going to try with the Ranger Mule this time and see if I can write some words about how to do that Ranger Mule. I don't know if I'm going to have them check the regex right away, but maybe I should. Give me 1 second. These guys are still fighting Jesus. Can't take these guys anywhere. All right. Oh. All right. Let's just start over. Let's delete it. Let's create. I guess we gotta migrate, create here. Let's make a ranger. Not so. It's not a ranger. Go back. Jesus Christ, grinding your games. What the fuck? Create here.
I've not seen a wilderness like this before.
Wait, a character just straight up starts with 3 scrolls of wisdom? Wait, you literally just start with it? My God. Wait, really? We're printing. Dude, this also gives you the momentum gem. Okay, so let's write down what am I doing here. Let's write down exactly what we're doing. Okay, so I said sell everything except momentum gem. Anything that you can, any wearable armor pieces, And your flask. So sell, 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 sell. Okay. Then go to see if any of this helps me. So let's say okay. Okay, I think this is correct. So let's read it one time. Optional but highly recommended. Start as a ranger, kill Hillock, sell every item you found unidentified except momentum support. Let's just get rid of these words. These are extra words that we don't need. Momentum support, wearable items, movement speed boots, and your flasks. Talk to Tarkleigh, take any reward, and vendor the gem. Click purchase items, paste in this regular expression. Look for these sockets. A good shield or movement speed boots and a good shield would have high values of armor and evasion and a few sockets. This is what you paste in. Put everything else in your tab, log out, delete your ranger, create your marauder, and we're ready to begin. Yeah, I said put everything else in your stash if they... Yeah, they better... I mean, do you really think people would sell their current currencies? I'll put it here. If you are swimming in extra scrolls, buy 1 to 2 iron rings. Okay. So let's update that. And now let's follow our guide and see. So I did the Ranger Mule. I sold everything. I go to my stash. I said put everything in it. Now I delete my Ranger, create my Marauder.
Do you think you're savage enough to face the land of...
Rax help, they're bullying me. Whoa. First of all, without even reading what happened, I don't believe you, but okay, how are they bullying you? Let's hear it. I already don't believe you, but let's read it. Yeah, I told them first thing in the thing to grab the stuff from the second character. PoE is so boring in the current form. If they don't update the end game, I'm skipping it. I'm not doing another strong box league, but yeah, they said I think they're gonna change the mechanics though, right? They said last campfire, or whatever you want to call it, they are gonna change the end game mechanics. So we can equip this. I guess we can just wear this, vendor everything else. So I say explicitly, kill Hillock, grab all your stuff from your stash. If you do the Oh my god, dude, look. Just observe this. Look, I'm starting with 8 scrolls of wisdom. I'm starting the game with 8 scrolls of wisdom for only a 2-minute time loss. So that's actually insane. So now we just sell. So I already know what my thing says. It says take ground slam. It says use the regular expression, which apparently I don't have copied anymore. It says exactly what to look for. Sockets or a shield or something or other. This is pretty excellent. Red. We could go shield charge, ruthless, chance to bleed, right? So that's something we could buy. This is excellent too. So we can buy that. So the regex is working. So that's nice. We can sell that. Now I say, we don't have to buy momentum anymore. I need to put that in my... I'm starting to worry a bit. I'm worried that there's too many words here. I'm worried that there's too many words at the same time. PoE 1 is a complicated game, and I want... I want to teach people. I want you to understand. Yeah, I want to keep things simple, but I don't want to leave anything out. Like, I'm going to tell them in my video, listen, guys, I need you to get a cup of coffee. I need you to get a cup of tea. I need you to get a Coke or a cherry Pepsi or whatever it is you like to drink. Get some Cheetos. I want you to sit down and I want you to read what I typed. Read it. Read it. I wrote it for you. I didn't write it for me. I know a lot of people, when you make guides, they don't read this stuff. For the love of God, read it. Read. Read it. Dr. Pepper Zero, do it. In POE2, you don't really have to read. In Last Epoch, you don't really have to read. In Diablo 4, you don't really have to read. In POE1, read. Read it. There's 10 acts, and almost all the words are in Act 1. I'm going to tell people, I'm going to post it several days before the league is out. I'm going to tell them, do an Act 1 run. It wouldn't surprise me if the first time you play Act 1, it takes you 2 hours to beat it. My fastest Act 1 I've ever done is 21:48. So if you can do Act 1 in, let's say, under an hour, and at the end of the hour, your character looks like this. If your character looks like this at the end of Act 1, you're doing excellent. You're not gonna have any quality on any of the flasks here. Body. I saw something kind of funny last night. I saw a bunch of people arguing about how much streamers make, how much money they make. I was just reading through. I can't remember where I was reading this. I was just reading through. It's just so funny. Just watching these people argue about something that they have no idea what they're talking about. Like, it's not even like the magnitudes of the money. They also just don't understand like what actually drives revenue for a content creator. I don't know why I just thought of that. What made me think of it is you guys just keep arguing and chat about everything. It was kind of funny just to watch a bunch of absolutely clueless people yap about a topic they know actually nothing about. The ending skill will be Earth Shatter, but this is just the leveling portion. Unless they, of course, nerf it into the ground, because one thing that I have learned, one thing I've absolutely learned playing PoE for 2 years is grinding gear games hates me. So the moment that I actually try to make a guide, I'm sure they'll nerf it to shit and it will be completely not viable anymore. I'm sure it's already gone. It's just going to be announced soon. Rax has a popcorn machine in his basement. Millionaire confirmed. Do you guys know how much it costs? Do you know the cost to get a movie theater popcorn maker? Do you know how much it costs? Like an actual machine that they use? Take a guess. How much do you think it costs? Don't pull it up on Google. Take a guess. What do you think? $86? That's pretty much perfect. It's like $100. It's like $100. You can buy one right now. Go to Amazon.com. Movie theater popcorn maker. It's $100, guys. Go on Amazon. Look, it's not that expensive at all. People act like I'm Bezos because I have a $100 item in my house. Too much popcorn gives you a tummy ache. But Aaron, didn't you say like pretty much all food gives you a tummy ache? Didn't you say like food just makes you sick in general?
Come here, quickly. Go on. Good. You survived the melding. Now test your...
She's always sitting on the toilet. Does she like FaceTime with you, Zevi, and she just shows you her taking a huge shit or what? Damn, you guys have gotten close. That was quick. What did I just walk into? I don't know, man. I'm just reading the chat. I just go with what I'm given. I forgot to buy 2 iron rings, by the way. Oh well. Iron rings are for noobs anyway. Okay, so last time I was starving for XP. Because I'm just killing nothing. Holy. I didn't buy the chain belt either, by the way. Here we go. Here's a blue. Physical resistant. Wow. Physical resistant again? Nice. So I can't do any damage. But it's 2 blue packs, and I'm starving for XP. God, I don't think this is worth it at all. Christian, thank you so much for the super chat, buddy. Hylian. Oops, wasn't looking at my screen. You heard Rax is a flower girl? I mean, swish and flick. I could probably throw some flowers, I guess. Hey, Sphinx, how you doing, buddy? Hylian. 52-month resub for Hylian. Thank you, my dude. Damn, that's a lot, man. Appreciate you, buddy. So I want to get at least level 4. Okay, level 4 is done. Can I pick this up too? I can. Alright, so let's see here. We need a shield, so I have one there. We have 2 shields. So I say take chance to bleed. So I still have 5 scrolls of wisdom available. And now I can go bam, bam, bam for a better... I mean, the muling is just so strong. I think people have to do this. Muling is way too strong. You've got to do it. Okay, nothing there is any good. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this on. We're going to go like that. We're going to put momentum in here. Ground slam is out. Shield charge is in. And keep ruthless. Chance to bleed is in. Decoy totem. These 3 are getting sold. Okay. Now, what did I say? We're going to buy a lot of things. So we need to buy Holy Flame Totem. We're going to buy Frost Blink. And then what we're going to buy Momentum, which I don't need to buy because I muled and I wrote that here. You don't need to buy it. Blood and Sand is the other thing I need to buy. Okay, so we go Blood and Sand. I said turn it on until it switches to Blood Stance. Maybe we can just put this here and start leveling it, I guess. So here, 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 here. That's all done. Okay. And I said with extra money, buy a chain belt or an iron ring. Let's just buy this instead. Okay. I don't think I'm going to get killed now that I've already done the mud flats. Okay, so now we've got everything ready to go. I should be very strong here. I should be very strong. Guide is unclear. I have gold, but they won't sell me the belt. Gold is for gambling. Currency is for buying the belt. The little Jim Bobs there. So these blues are pretty much impossible to kill. Probably should never fight them. Instructions unclear. Got dick stuck in fan. Large life flask. We're taking that for sure. Okay. Oh, I died to a single shield charge. Okay. I shield charged and killed myself. Okay. You wanna know what was funny is if I would have, remember how I said I didn't need the chain belt? If I would have bought the chain belt instead, I would have lived. So this is not the correct way, by the way. It's this way. And you just slide around. Do a lot more damage with this shield. Okay. So now we're just going through a little stroll. Damn, we're printing flasks here. Okay, level 8, nice. We're doing good here. The guide is working very nicely. One more point and I can use my Frostblink. Yellow chest plate, but we don't really care about stats early on. We care about sockets. And the sockets are bad, so we don't care. Okay, let's try the Holy Flame Totem tech. And let's see if he dies faster. I'd say he's dying faster. Not a lot faster, but faster. Okay. Not too bad. Not too bad, not too bad. So anything with really good sockets we're going to hold on to. Faster attacks. Did I say to take faster attacks? Swap it for momentum support with shield charge. Okay. Well, I can't wear it anyway. I need a jade omelet. We could still find some movement speed boots. Hey, I can use my Frostblink now. So Frostblink goes here. I said that when it levels up to don't let it level up any further, so we need to do that. I have 0 scrolls of TP. That's a huge problem. So nothing too crazy right there. Okay, no problem. Let's keep going. Okay, and now we're going to do a little jumperoonie here. Like that. Let's drop the Holy Flame Totem. Take some currency here. Kill the blues. Right click Frostblink the first time it levels up. I don't even know if this is the right way. It is the right way. Okay, nice. Portal scroll. I actually need this. I actually believe that I'm going the right way here. It could be a wraparound layout into the middle, which is fine, but I still am on the correct side, even if that is what we have. Nope, I went straight the right way. Wow. Can't teach that, boys. You can't teach that. Okay. Now, one issue that I have sometimes on Brutus is I don't have enough mana to fight him. I've had that happen more than one time. But it should be fine here. Okay, Holy Flame down, and then we just mindlessly pay no attention to his attacks. Just keep charging through. Holy Flame down again. Okay, it wasn't a fast kill, but it was a safe kill. We got a coral ring. I don't know, good enough, I guess. Now, I specifically say when you beat this, take Leap Slam and don't really make a bunch of changes, just keep playing. So I'm just going to listen to myself. I said, take Leap Slam, make no changes, keep playing. Okay, so let's just do that. Sapphire Ring, we're going to need that for later. I like that. Take the Wisdom there for sure. Those links in those boots look pretty good. Okay. Take a Wisdom for sure. Man, I sure love these walls. Okay. So now my goal is I want to hit level 13. That's the goal. Goal is to hit 13, not 12, 13. 12 lets me get sunder, but that's not what I care about. What I care about is unlocking wood splitters. So I'll grab the waypoint here just in case something goes wrong. So the exit should be top left if my spidey senses are correct. Okay, so we got to get to level 13, so let's get to work, I guess. What level? We're already 11. That's a great sign. So in general, we're kind of over leveled for where we are. It's way better to be over leveled than under leveled. Definitely too high of a level. That's fine. I want this portal scroll. So we walk in here, we grab this, we go back. Wait, is this the actual cave? This is the door to the cave? It's on the right side? Usually it's on the left side. That's so bizarre. Huh. Okay. Well. Alright. Definitely want those scroll of wisdom. Okay. We're 11 and a half and we need 13. Okay, that's fine. Here's some blues. Another sapphire ring, excellent. Now I don't have to buy any. Another scroll of wisdom, I'll take that. Huge fight right here. Holy, what is going on here? I'm so slow I can't even play. Holy, this is the fight of the century right here. Oh, a blue iron ring? Alright, so I'm very rich. I have dual sapphire rings for Merv. So we're big chillin' here. Very easy kill. So I need to hit 13. So I'll take Sunder. Probably shouldn't have identified my items. That was actually a mistake. Shouldn't have done that. It's got 26 life on it. I guess that's fine. Let's change it. If I was playing hardcore, I would change it. So let's change it. It's fine. Okay, all that can go away. Give me that. Give me that. There is a wood splitter, but it's terrible. Jasper chopper. Well, I have a... Well, guess let's try the regular expression here. I would normally gamble, but I can't gamble, so I guess let's do this. It's actually the biggest piece of shit I've ever seen in my life. Okay, so while we're here, I tell people to buy Intimidating Cry. And then, is there anything else that I tell them to do? Upgrade your flasks. My flasks are good. Here's how to get a good axe. My axe is terrible. We don't need this anymore. We don't need Holy Flame Totem anymore. And I need to set up some sockets for my Leap Slam, which I also can't really do, unfortunately. I just don't have the right stuff at the moment. Okay. Well, I just don't have the right stuff. That's fine, though. That's exactly what I want to happen. If I just got handed all the right stuff, and then my friends who follow the guide don't get the right stuff, then they're screwed, right? But it won't matter. So now I need to hit... Wait, I actually don't need to hit 13 here. Because I didn't get the correct weapon base either. So this is Sunder. This is Leap Slam. This is incorrect. That's correct, but it should be like this. Holy Flame Totem. Don't need you anymore. There we go. Now we're good. So now I can play. I have 200 DPS now. That is certainly better than what I had. So I guess you only have to hit 13 if you have a wood splitter. If I could find a whetstone, that I could make a much better weapon. All right. So these guys could absolutely kill me. So I will give them some respect here. They're going to get a little bit of respect from me. Murdered. I'll take the money. I'll take an omelet. I don't even have an omelet right now. This looks like a dead end, so I'm guessing it's down and right then. Okay. Okay, that was dangerous. Almost died there. All right, let's see how this goes. I'm making the claim that we should be pretty strong here. Not super strong, because I got a pretty bad weapon, but should be fine. I don't even have my blood and sand turned on, by the way. Oopsie. Okay, phase 1 was a joke. Will you stop teleporting around and just let me kill you? Okay, that was free. What happened to WoW TBC? I don't know. Did something happen to it? I've 100 owed the game. Like, I actually mean it. I almost did everything that the game has to offer. I did every single quest. All of them. There's no quest available. No quest available in any zone. They're all done. I am pretty much exalted with every single faction. The only factions I'm not exalted with are like the quote-unquote random ones, like Sporgar. But my reputation with Sporgar even is extremely high. I've cleared all the raids. I have pretty much all of my best in slot gear. Both of my professions are maxed. My cooking is maxed. And I was fishing yesterday. My fishing is 333. So I got to get another 40 levels of fishing today. And even my fishing is maxed. So it is not an exaggeration to say I did absolutely everything in the game. I'm exalted with everything. BIS items, all quests done, all professions maxed, all side professions maxed. Yeah, fishing absolutely blows. It takes forever. Any thoughts on how the new Holy Hammer skill might work? I haven't looked into it. I haven't like dove into it. Holy Hammer reminds me of Diablo 2 though. Okay guys, remember the trick that I taught you about this zone? Remember the trick? Where you see the waypoint pointing is the exit, but the opposite way is a free blue pack. So it looks like it's pointing the opposite way. So if I turn around, bam, free blue pack. God, I love XP. Now we go. Well, we're blocked off, but free blue pack, guys. Bro, we locked out again? Holy shit, man. What is this dog shit layout? So I dropped every single piece of raid gear in the first week. It must be nice. Well, sir, I have every single best in slot piece that isn't locked to a weekly timeout. But actually, to your point, yes, I did get my absolute BIS item the very first week, the lightning capacitor. So I already have my ultimate BIS item. I need the Mind Blade off of Prince. I need the cloak off of High King. 2 pieces of T4. Preferably the chest piece and the shoulders. You're a 38 no mage and it's your first. Let's read the guide here and make sure that I'm instructing people correctly. You can't figure out how to do the POE1 axe faster? Whatever Rax says, do the opposite. Yeah. Guys, I do know some people in life that somehow make it a mission to do the opposite of everything that I tell them to do. And let me tell you, the couple of people that decided to do that, Let's just say things didn't work out very well for them. Historically, I must say, doing the opposite of what I advise you to do usually is not a good idea. It has been empirically proven to be so. Aaron is saying the best kind of protein bar is barbell protein bars. Anybody have a barbell protein bar? Tomorrow, guys, with my new $2,800 repair bill on my car, tomorrow I start becoming a gym bob. I already bought the 1-year membership. I already bought the brand new gym bag. I was actually supposed to start like 7 days ago, but when I turned on my car to go to the gym, my car exploded. So it is time. They are great. It would be better. Did your Lamborghini break down? I'll tell you something interesting correctly. I actually do not want a fancy car. Like, I'm actually just straight up not interested in it. I don't want one. So if someone, holy, this is a billion times better than mine. Og. Let's see, if I sell this, what am I getting? Transmutes, but if I identify it, I get 3 alts. Okay. What if I get this? Nothing. Damn. I desperately want that weapon. Don't have a way to get it though. Anyway, if I had the opportunity to get a Porsche or a Lamborghini or anything like that, I would just sell it immediately. Like I actually just don't want it. However, what I would really like is a quote unquote nice car. So I just spent $2,800 to repair my car. I like my car. I'm not trying to get rid of it. So that's good. But whatever, whenever it breaks down again in 5 years or whatever, and the car is going to be 15 years old, I will definitely buy a quote unquote very, very nice car. And what I mean by that is just something with just a super nice interior, really good like technological features. I'm pretty sure at that point, any car that I buy at that point will have pretty much auto drive on it. I will almost certainly get an alternative fuel car. Like I'm not going to get a gas powered car, either solar or whatever they have at the time, electrical or hydrogen or something. Will I get the car as blue? Absolutely not. No. The color that I choose for literally 99% of things in my life is actually black. No, my car will definitely, well, there's a massive chance it'll be black. Hot pink. Maybe for you, Zevi. If you're gonna fly in for a visit and I'll take you cruising in a hot pink car, why not? Yeah, we could be Barbie girls together. Sounds good. Yeah, I have so many like I have so many nice things that I could hang up on my walls, but I don't know why I never do it. I have an extremely expensive painting from Paris, France that I should hang up on my wall, but instead it just very calmly it doesn't lay on the floor. It just rests against the wall in my room. I don't know why. I just never set anything up. The next time Sarah's here, she can set it up. I'll buy all the materials and I'll give her $5. Sarah, I'll give you $5 to hook it up. You want what your text said as payment. Okay. I find that acceptable. That is acceptable. Share with us. It's a judgment-free zone. Well, I don't want to offend any little children who might be watching, so let's just say Sarah wants to be plowed. Winter might be over, but plowing season is still in effect. Why are there so many monsters in here? Oh, it's the stupid breach mechanic. Lol question mark. All right. Well, I still have all the same problems I had before. I haven't solved any of them. Can I have some nice stuff? Everything here is a chess piece. Like, I mean, this costs a transmute and I can't even wear it. My God, dude. Wish the gambling thing wasn't busted for me. I support a good plowing. Mark. Hey, Mark, do you want to make new characters? Like, I've got nothing to do. I literally have everything. You want to make new characters tonight? I need something to do. I don't even know what I'm going to make. In theory, yes. What time are you free tonight? Dude, I don't even care. Like, we can play for 2 hours, and then if you have to go, you can log off. Like, we can just collect rested XP. Palstron, what's up, buddy? Guys, one of the guide maker goats is here. What's up, Palstron? Yo, we're doing a slammer build. Honestly, it's extremely inspired by all the other slammer builds that have ever been made, really. I'll show you. So, all we have so far is the leveling build, but Palstron knows me pretty well. He's known me for multiple years. My audience, of course, is... I'm trying to bring people into POE1, right? My audience is mostly the really newer players. The people that are playing POE2 and Diablo 4 and might be sick of both of those games. So it's just a sunder build. But what I'm doing here, the way that I'm pathing through this is I'm trying, like, I don't care about damage or speed or anything like that. What I care about is, if you are a brand new player, how can I solve all of your problems as fast as possible? That's the only thing I care about. So I'm sure he can read this passage tree just by just glancing at it. But of course, we click here so we can use Frostblink. We go here so we can't miss. And then the first thing I'm going to solve for them is their resistances. So we solve it with these two nodes. Then we're going to solve their mana issues. Never going to have mana issues with this node. Then we're going to solve their sustain with these life leech nodes. And now we are going to take the rage nodes, because the ascendancy that we grab is going to be rage. Okay. Then we're going to take a big chunk of damage so they can actually kill shit. Then we're going to solve the next problem. Since it's the Warcry ascendancy, we're going to take cannot exert travel skills. Then we're going to get some survivability, some survivability, some survivability, some survivability, some survivability. Corrupted blood can't be inflicted on them. Some survivability. And then some survivability. So I'm just literally, instead of focusing, like, all the Giga Chads, they would just walk over here and grab these two things first. Right? Because it's just massive damage and then the rage. But for me, what I want to do is I want to make it so everybody that's playing my build doesn't have any problems. You can't be killed. You can't run out of mana. You can't die as long as you keep fighting. As long as you swing, you can't die. So then it's like a catch-22. You've written a lot of max roll guides. I'm trying to write the important things without writing too much. Honestly, maybe I already have too much, but again, I'm going to literally hold their hand through Act 1 and really explain this is what you need to accomplish here. But after Act 1, the rest of my text is almost nothing. Like, there's almost nothing to tell you anymore. So that's what we're doing. Honestly, it's taken me multiple days to set this stuff up. But I'm hoping that the hours that I put in will save these newer players a lot of problems. Look into kinetic impacts. This is very good. It's a lot of damage. You can't take those yet because you won't have a two-handed weapon. Well, you have a two-handed weapon at level 12. You'd only do shield charge to level 12. Bro, what life leech in PoE 1 campaign with 0 gear? You're not even fighting most things? Malphas, do you think new players are going to leap slam through the entire campaign and not fight most things? I mean, read your sentence in the context of a new player playing Path of Exile 1. Maybe it is worth it to grab these. 3 points for a shitload of damage. I don't know. Do you guys pick? Do any of you guys play slammers? Do you guys go pick up kinetic impacts really early? You 100% take those for 3 points. So, Malphaz, let me have a conversation with you, right? As someone who has made I don't know how many guides for how many different games. If you tell people, which by the way I did tell them that it's right here. Kill blue packs, skip yellow packs, and in the video guide, I'm going to tell them, you shouldn't be killing every single monster. As someone who has made a million guides before, even if you tell people, guys, don't identify every item, don't pick up every item, don't kill every monster, 90% of players will do it anyway. This isn't even a debatable thing. Malphaz, it's not about you're getting way too invested in the leech portion. It's not just the leech portion. There's also a great node here and a godly mastery. It's not just the leech. There's also martial experience with the two-handed mastery. It's not just about you're way too focused on the leech. It's just one point of leech along the way to get both of these things. Your homies have an aneurysm when you tell them to run past the mobs. Yeah, it's like sometimes I see people questing in TBC WoW, and the quest says, kill the demon at the back. And then what I see them doing is they clear every single monster out, the whole room, all sides. Then they drink to full and put on all their buffs and first aid, and then they pull the boss. You want to know what I do? I get on my epic flying mount, I dive in for the boss, I drop my earth elemental, I bloodlust, and I just try to nuke him as fast as I can before I die. I mean, most people don't play video games that way. Most people take it easy, pull the whole thing, da-da-da-da-da. By the way, Leech is not useless at all, because once again, to help with the mana problems, we put Life Tap on Leap Slam and Frostblink, so they don't cost mana. So having a little bit of Leech to offset that life cost actually really helps. It's just another way to pump your mana. All classes don't always have strategic long cooldown buffs like Earth Elemental and Lust. Any class has something that can do what I effectively said, right? The warriors have Death Wish and Recklessness. Priests have a fear, and they have a Shadow Fiend for more mana, and they can power word shield themselves so they don't even take damage. ... power word shield, heal yourself. Druids can just kite with entangling roots, and like any class can do something, right? The hunters can just send their pet in and they win instantly. Like every class can do something. Like, if you give me any class, same situation, I'm going to have the same strategy. Like, probably the worst class is Warrior, right? Warrior would probably be the worst one. Well, yeah, Malphaz, Right. I'm gonna make a video about the guide, and of course, I would never tell them clicking this shitty minor node solves your leech for you for the whole game. That I would never deliver the video, the information in that way. Like, I would never say that. You are never done building your offense or your defense or your sustain in Path of Exile 1. You're literally never finished. You never finish it. You're never tanky enough. You're never strong enough for anything. There's always a bigger fish that your build can't do. If you can do T17 maps, then you can't do the Ubers. If you can do the Ubers, then you can't do the Valdo maps. If you can do the Valdo maps, then you can't do the send you to the Void Valdo maps. If you can do that, then you definitely can't do Deep Delve. You'll get shit on instantly. There's always a bigger fish in PoE1. I know what you guys say. We're getting one guide. It's all good. Anyway, so yeah, we need to think about this. So should we go back? Have we went too far away from not having, like, I played this exact tree, and I was strong. I murdered everything. But I also, like, I've done this before, right? I'm not, when things don't go my way, I just make it go my way anyway and fix it. But new players won't be able to do that. So maybe I should, right here, maybe I should spend 3 points. We could also get the two-handed mastery right here. I don't know. Does anybody ever take the mastery where it says attacks with two-handed weapons do 60% increased damage for 10% reduced attack speed? Does anybody ever take that? So if we take kinetic impacts, and the first thing we would take is this. Then if we walk over here and take the mana reservation node, then we go up here and we take potentially this mastery. Kinetic impacts is not that good. Okay, tell me why kinetic impacts is not that good. It's because the double damage stat is wasted. It's because you have permanent intimidating cry as a berserker, so the 5% chance to do double damage is wasted. So it guarantees that you do double damage, and the extra chance doesn't give you a chance to do like quad damage. So do berserkers usually take kinetic impacts or no? Well, I do wonder if I skimped out on too much damage for people. I didn't feel weak at all playing it, but I take all of these nodes But what I was doing first, because we're going to grab auto exert about at this time, I went for the mana, and since we were already here, I went for martial experience and the mastery first, and then I took the axe nodes. Actually, then I took the rage nodes, because then we hit our ascendancy, and then I took the axe nodes. Yeah, if you want to try it, Texasy, I'm sure it should plow for you. I don't know. I just played it. I just did it. I followed my own thing, and I wasn't weak at all. I was murdering everything. The thing is we're getting auto exert. We need to have this by the time that we have auto exert. So I could go for the axe nodes first, and then go get the mana, and then go get this mastery. Let's see. This is 26. We go auto exert toward the end of Act 3. The end of Act 3, I would expect someone to be about level 32 or 33, plus the skill points in the first 3 acts, which is like, what, 6? Or something? So if you have like 6 plus 33, we're going to have about 40 points. So if I went here and then blood and sand, would I be able to reach this in time? It would be exactly correct. So maybe we go like that. And then... Well, then, what I was originally doing was I was grabbing the rage nodes, and I was going for rage here. But what I could do is instead, I could grab this as the first ascendancy and then get the Warcry nodes first. So I could go down here and grab these. Right, I assume you mean this and then cannot exert travel skills. So you're saying take the rage thing first, but you would still go for the... You would go for the Warcry thing. You would go for the Warcry thing before grabbing the rage nodes for the ascendancy? Is Righteous Fire still good to play? Check this out. Here it is. Look. My hardcore SSF Righteous Fire guy is level 98 last league, and he's still alive. My guy absolutely murders. He's still alive at level 98. He never died. He's still alive. Yeah, and I'm sure Karamon, you can understand that is something that I cannot put in the build guide. Like, I can't tell new players, guys, get this jewel and spam this currency on it until you get mana leech, and that'll solve your mana problems for you. We have to just walk over there and click the node. Yeah, the big POE thing is in 2 days. So, yeah, we'll respec out of it, but... Okay, so all right. Let me think about this. So I think what I'm going to do I think I am going to get the rage nodes first for to align with our ascendancy like I was doing. And then I'm going to get the Warcry nodes. Then we can grab this. And then I want to walk this way because I want to grab a bunch of stuff right here. Then what I was going to do is I was going to get these life nodes and fortification. Then I was going to get this with 1 to all max res. Then I was going to get the cannot be inflicted with corrupted blood. I think that'd be godly for new players. Then I was going to pick up these 2 life nodes that are sitting right here. And then I was going to walk to the endurance charges. And that's 85 points. So that was my plan. So let me know if I did something stupid. But I was looking at it. I was actually looking at it last night off stream. And that's what I was thinking. So if we start from the beginning here. So it's pretty much what I was already doing, but we're just grabbing the axe nodes a bit early. Okay, so if we look at exactly what we're doing here and why, from a new player perspective that sucks at the game, right? The first thing we're going to do is walk here so we can put on our Frostblink. I'm not going to rely on them finding a Lapis amulet. Then we go get cannot miss your attacks. That's obvious. We're going to grab the axe nodes, or excuse me, we're going to grab the resistance nodes first so that we cap their resistances. Grab the axe nodes with the blood and sand mastery. Then I'm going to get the mana stuff so we can actually put on our auto exert. Then we're going to pick up our ascendancy with the I need to add right here the ascendancy. Okay. Then we will solve our auto exert further here. Then we're going to grab this really good mastery, this, and pick up a little bit of life leech. Then we grab a shitload of life and fortification because we're not going to do library, so we're not going to use the gem. Then I'm going to grab these nodes, which will give them some max res, more max res, and start to boost their armor. I already wrote in the guide to get a good chest piece. We're going for more max res, and now they can't have corrupted blood on them. I'm sure that will kill new players, and they don't even know how they died. We grab these 2 life nodes. I should probably put it a note that if you don't have any life rolls on your body armor, take the life mastery for 15% life. And then we go get the endurance charges, and that should be roughly the end of the campaign, because there'd be about 65 with 23 skill points. So technically I could spend 88. It's too early for maximum resistance. So which one would you skip? This one then, because this is really good because it gives you corrupted blood cannot be inflicted on you. So if you don't rush the endurance charges, what do you rush for? Do you take Wrecking Ball then? See, I was looking at Wrecking Ball. But I don't know if... We could take Wrecking Ball instead of the endurance charges. Giant's Blood or Golem Blood? Um. See, what I was thinking though is I think these nodes will be so good for still pumping their resistances as they path to it. I mean, I'm giving them 20 all res, 30 all res, 35 all res, and then I'm giving them 15 from the bandit. You can just get the fortify gem in Act 6. Could. We were having a big discussion about the gems earlier. We were talking about it. It's like, well, I think I would like to do... First of all, this is wrong. We don't go close combat. We were talking about, instead of taking melee fizz, taking pulverize, but you don't get pulverize unless you do the library. Do you guys think pulverize is better than melee fizz? Should we switch to it in Act 6? Not to be crude, but new players will probably do library. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, they will. But I need to account for the people who don't do the library and can't figure out where to buy the gem. I don't want to have to answer that question. You know what I mean? But yes, most people probably will do the library. Here's the thing. Here's the thing that I've noticed about people that are new to a game. People don't have a reference point for what is good damage. For example, if I go to Act 2 and I show new players my build and I fight Weaver and I kill Weaver in, let's say, 10 swings. Swing, 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 phase, swing, 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 dead. And I ask them, how does the damage look, guys? They're going to probably say, that's really good. Like, the fight was less than a minute. That's what she said. Like, that was pretty good, actually. But then if you watch, like, I've even done this. I've even done this in a gauntlet run. I have walked up to Weaver and killed her in one hit. I cry, and then I bam, and I've one-shot her before. And if not, I haven't one-shot her. I've hit her for 80% of her health in one hit. Bam. I've done it before with a godly weapon. And so, like, if Ben or I'm Exile or Tai Killer are watching me fight Weaver and I swing 10 times, they're going to be like, you either have a really shitty weapon or your build sucks. Because you shouldn't swing 10 times on Weaver. But a new player would say, that was pretty good. Like, you killed the boss in under a minute and it didn't look like the boss could touch you, didn't do any damage to you. That's a pretty good build. That's why, like, whenever, but here's what they will notice. If they put on auto exert and they don't have the mana sustain to even play, they'll be like, Rax, I can't even play. Well, like, what do I do? That's why, like, when I make these builds, I try to solve their problems. Like, you have a lot of resistances. You have some life leech to offset life tap. You, oh, by the way, I forgot something. I was going to take these nodes as well. See, I was going to take, on the way over here, I was going to grab these nodes and the Leech Mastery. Do you guys ever take these? I was going to take this with the Leech Mastery. Because I do have 2 forms of Leech. Yeah, but I don't know. Like, I always want to go faster, and I really want to pick up the leech mastery though. If I don't pick up the leech mastery here, where am I picking it up? You don't value leech highly at all? Right, but isn't it, again, like, I keep going back to the same idea. Isn't that good for new players? They swing and their mana goes to full. They swing and the little bit of life they have lost goes back to full. I think that's going to feel really good for them. The life flask is there, so we don't take those. You don't feel like it's healing you ever? It's mostly this just there to mitigate very, very small hits or damages over time, or to mitigate life tap costs. It's life tap costs, small hits, dots. It's not a slayer. It's not a main mechanic that's keeping you alive. That's not what I mean. Where did my cap go? No! I dropped a gray cap on a gray mat. I found it. So you guys are thinking that these nodes are wasted? God, I don't think so. The attack speed feels so good. I don't know. Maybe it is wasted, but I feel like it's going to feel so good to have those nodes. You like to take leech when you're leveling? You will already have giga attack speed from rage in your ascendancy. Right, because this makes rage gives you attack speed. What is our max rage? Is it 50 or what, the base? I thought is the base 30 and this makes it 40. Base is 30 and this makes it 40. Okay, maybe it's not that useful. Maybe we already do have enough attack speed from our ascendancy. So let's go here. Let's go fortify. Let's go here and take this. Let's do that. And then, okay, now we need to make a decision. Do we could take corrupted blood immunity. This would be roughly let's see. We'd be about level 51s. What is this, like Act 6? Act 7? When does corrupted blood really start to bother us? Not right now, right? See, this gives me 10 all-res. Soul of Steel is premium. Okay, so this is what I was going for. Yeah, this is what I took. Because I thought the 10 all-res would really help them. This seems extremely valuable, not only for the max res, but because we actually should have a decent chess piece by now. And then we could take... See, I was going to take the 1 to max res. Like, isn't this the best mastery? It doesn't do much early on. Right. Like, okay. I guess you could skip it for now. So then we go Bloodless Fortification. So now what we could do instead of what we did before is we could take Wrecking Ball instead of going for the endurance charges, and maybe instead of going for the max res this early, we could go Wrecking Ball into Golem's Blood. So if we go Wrecking Ball with... What do you take here? That attacks with two-handed weapons do 60% increased damage. I already have the 40% way earlier from this. So then we could go get Golem's Blood. And then... Do you ever take Bastion Breaker? Because we already have 30% chance to ignore enemy PDR right here. So this will give us 80% chance. So we go Bastion Breaker, and then 10% more Max Fizz looks good. 10% more Max Fizz, is that what you take? And now do we take the endurance charges? And then maybe we go take these? Like that? Okay, let's look at this again. We start from the beginning again. Looked at this 1,000 times. Okay, just go back. Okay, so Vengeance is good for 4 points. I don't think I've ever taken this node. That's right, Sarah. I don't think I've ever taken this before. I see. So we get more max rage, which synergizes with our ascendancy. And then it would also let us take the mastery. We already have intimidation. But we wouldn't take the leech. We probably don't need to generate rage, but do you take the... I would guess you take... Well, the movement speed doesn't seem that bad either, but you either take... But does movement speed matter that much? Because aren't you leap slamming most of the time? Isn't it mostly about attack speed anyway? So I would guess the best thing here is the 7 max rage. I would go for 7 max looking at these choices. I mean, it's completely possible, guys. Yeah, like, what am I going to do if Grinding Gear Games guts it? I don't know. Depends. If they completely destroy it, I might abandon it. If there are little changes, I'll fix it, of course. Will just have to depend, but I'm not going to live my life in fear. Okay, so let's look at this. Let's look at this strategically. Let's pay attention here. So we take this so we can wear Frostblink without relying on buying or finding a Lapis amulet. So we take Cannot Miss Attacks. That's undeniable. We're thinking that the So we're going to take the resistances here to solve that problem. And then we're going to grab the axe nodes because it's just too much damage early on to ignore. Then I'm going to solve their mana issues for the auto exert so they can actually play the game. Then they're going to take the rage nodes and they're going to ascend and grab the rage ascendancy parts. Then to further fix auto exert, we are going to grab the Warcry nodes with cannot exert travel skills. Then we're going to take this for some additional damage. Also, this little bit of leech will offset the fact that we have all of our movement skills linked to life tab. So you shouldn't be killing yourself just by playing. So then we are going to grab these nodes because A, you should be having a decent chest piece by now, so the armor should help you, and walking through these nodes gives you another 10 all res. So I've already given you 20, 30, I've already given you 45 all res. So that should help you a lot. Grab all the life nodes because life is good. Then we take the fortify nodes because fortify will keep you alive. Now we've decided to take damage. So we take Wrecking Ball. And then we get Golem's Blood. You want to know what? Honestly, if we really want, we could take Bastion Breaker first. What do you guys think is better to take first? Bastion Breaker, it's literally sitting right here, or Golem's Blood? I guess let's just go for Bastion Breaker. The reason why is it's right here. It's just you'll get it quicker than Golem's Blood, so let's do that. Then we go Golem's Blood. So now we can grab the endurance charges. By the way, we need to find out at what point do you ascend. So you ascend at the end of Act 7. If you're not a speedrunner in Act 7, what level would you be? Juggernaut is a good 2-pointer. Yeah, I forgot. Oh yeah, I completely forgot about that. I wanted to take this actually earlier. You would be 52 at the end of Act 7. Let's see. You usually walk into the Chamber of Innocence, or whatever it's called, at about 42. So that would mean you end Act 5 at about 44. So that means you end Act 6 at... I don't know, 50? You get 6 levels in Act 6? So I would imagine at the end of Act 7, I would imagine you're like... I don't know. At the end of Act 7, I would imagine that you're like at least 55, right? So if you have 7/10 of 23 points, 70% of 23 is 7 times 2.3, which is 14, plus 2.1, which is 16. So 16 plus 55 is 71. So at roughly 71 points, you would be at... So about... let's say about right here, you would be at your next ascendancy. So here we would add in that you go here, right? Would you guys take Warbringer before Rite of Ruin? You take Rite of Ruin, but what do you think's better for a new player? I'm thinking, exactly, I'm thinking the degen might be annoying. I'm thinking this will guarantee that they're attacks are always exerted, and they are playing. I am telling them to play over exertion. I think that'll make their damage feel a lot more consistent without the degen happening. It really won't matter. 2 acts later, you're gonna get 2 or 3 acts later, you're gonna get the other 2 points, right? All right. I think for them, I think I'm going to tell them to take this. It won't matter too much because 2 acts later you get the other points anyway. I think I'm going to tell them to go here next. So then you can take Golem's Blood. And then this is level, so 23, this is 62. So then I think the thing that I would like them to go into maps with is probably, what do you think's better? The immunity to corrupted blood or the endurance charges? I guess the endurance charges apply to everything. I guess since the endurance charges apply to everything, we take that first, and then we take the corrupted blood immunity. Do you guys think it would be a good idea for new players to potentially take the 100% increased charge duration? That way they're it just stays up for super long time. Like if they're doing a map and then they walk into a boss room with 100% charge duration, it's going to stay up for the boss fight. Okay, I think I'm going with this. I think I'm going like this. And then here. Okay. I feel pretty confident in this now. I think I'm going like this. Right. One thing that I want to advertise for people. One thing I want to advertise is there are no respecs in this campaign. You never change your tree at all. And we never do. We never respec a single point. So you'll have all of your passive respecs available. And then, yeah, it's very common that people either go this way for the least amount of points or they go through the life nodes instead, right? They go through the life nodes and then they respec out of these. Then maybe we can consider taking something like Deep Breaths. Might be really good for new players in the Endgame guide. Because I want to build this guy pretty damn tanky. Like if I could choose between somebody sending me a message about the build and they said, Rax, my damage is decent, pretty good and clears everything, and I never die, ever. Or if they told me, Rax, my damage is really, really good, and I die sometimes here and there, not too often. I take some deaths, but it's manageable. I would way rather prefer the first scenario. I want to make something where people either never die or almost never die. Like you always win. You open up a map, as long as you aren't a dumbass with your regex, that you just win. You always beat the map every single time. It's like, it's not a question of whether you're going to win. You're going to win every time. M. Croft is turning herself into Illidan for WoW? Oh, that's insane, actually. Okay. Well, this is nice. I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling confident in this. You don't see a world where new players don't die hundreds of times or at least 100 times in their first playthrough. That's what I'm trying to avoid. I think the worst part of the build is right in the beginning, which is the Act 1 is going to be the worst. I guess I'm going to be very sad if Grinding Gear Games crucifies everything that I just built. I guess it's possible. It's possible. Yeah, I don't think they will, but it is possible. It's not out of the question. Nice. Your dad gamer friend in his 40s played, and he he didn't die. He didn't die at all in the campaign, and then he died 300 times in red maps. Okay. Well, that's good. That's good foreshadowing. We got to make sure that that doesn't happen. All right, guys. That's probably going to do it for me today. We've been streaming very, very little lately. Just been doing very short 3-hour streams, but that's all going to change very soon. We have Path of Exile 1 launching in like a week or something. Then we have 2 weeks later, we have a good chunk. We also have a Diablo 4 season. Might play a few days of that. You never know. Then we have last Epoch launch. No Rest for the Wicked has a mega patch coming out in March as well. And then we have the expansion for D4 in April. And then we're going to get immediately after that, we should get a POE2 league. So there's going to be very few short streams coming up. We're going to be blasting. Am I hopeful for the new Diablo 4 season? I don't even mean this in a rude way. I would imagine that the Diablo 4 season that happens on like March 10th will be horrible. And the reason why is I'm sure they're just gearing up for the expansion that comes out 1 month later. So I'm expecting it to be horrible, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I have no expectations for that season whatsoever. So if we get literally anything cool, I'll consider it a win. All right. Let's see if we can raid a lovely person here. Who do we have? Well, I've raided DM 100 days in a row. Let's raid Karn. I haven't raided Karn in a while. He raided me the other day. Thanks for being here, guys. Short streams right now, but that's not going to be the future. We're going to have long streams for like multiple months in a row. We're going to play all the games. We're going to be at the highest levels in all of the games. And POE1 will be fighting the pinnacle bosses. In Last Epoch, I will kill Uber Aberoth with the brand new Bladestorm Rogue. We'll do everything. We'll do a full clear of No Rest for the Wicked. All bosses, all pinnacle stuff. Diablo 4, I'll probably beat the entire expansion in about 5 hours. POE2 will be at the forefront of that as well. We're gonna dominate all of the games. It's gonna be easy, and I'll make guides for you guys. Have a great night.